Yeah? There is nothing about that contraption that gets anybody so enraged enough to say, we need to save this place. We need to fight for our fatherland, our motherland. They're not even sure. So is Nigeria your fatherland? They say, yes. Is Nigeria your motherland? I say, yes. Let's go to Africa. Anyway. So it's just false rage. And if you are one of them who pretended that you are angry, be honesty. Angry with you. So many worse things there that ordinarily will keep you angered, like you're going to remain angry for a very long time, but angry without real action. Okay? And it seems that the social media is a place where, since people are not allowed to physically express themselves, like express yourselves, when you love something, show it. When you don't like something, show it, and just that right of being human. You get what I mean now? So it's been physically taken away from the people. People are just like zombies being pushed about, scared, right? So social media is just like a place where you just scream that you are angry. Or just, and you leave it there. Another angry mad person will pick it up and say, I support you, Jerry, my brother. Let me scream my own scream too, kind of. But that too is a threat to the establishment in Nigeria. So the last time, it was the Sultan of Sokoto who decided to call the same social media's terrorist organization. It didn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It will never make any sense. But again, when you see those who are worried that maybe in no distant future, people are going to maybe take their rage, anger, vituperations, and all that from social media online to offline. You know, that time that people will be singing "Aid the Rich, Aid the Rich," and everybody will be looking for that particular elite in their own area to eat. That's what I think, right? But it's a bit extreme. In a place where terrorists are shouting "Allahu Akbar," cutting people's heads off, ransacking villages and massacring women and children, kidnapping those they can kidnap to collect ransom, the same ransom that they always bring to the same social media to flaunt right there in our faces. You get? But they are not terrorists enough. You know, they are not terrorists enough to the Sultan of Sokoto. The same social media is also a big threat, right? So this APC, Egbekebe, that used the same social media to take over power, right? They decided to burn the bridge, right? Burn the entire platform. It boomeranged. Unfortunately, people have become so captured that APC, Egbekebe, could still unleash an electoral haste on them in order to continue to try to take away their free speech. Unfortunately, they want to switch it off. They want to switch internet off or switch the social media off, right? But on that same social media, they are paying hundreds of billions of naira, funding propaganda, lies, blackmail, threats, name it, then spying on the same citizens, right? So, but the only thing they lack is to control the same social media. So when the Sultan of Sokoto said that yesterday, it's a pleasure that a northerner, I believe, decided to respond to him. But before this northerner's response, okay, there is that of the VeryDarkMan. I don't know what he said to the Sultan of Sokoto, so the Arewa consort, Arewa youth. They have now given him 48 hours to apologize to the Sultan of Sokoto. Or what? What do you think will happen? We'll find out, right? But the first one is this response. I hope Sultan is watching, by the way.
Social media is now a terrorist group, a terrorist organization, according to the Sultan of Sokoto. And what are his reasons? It brings about religious intolerance, and it brings about division of Nigeria. And who told you that Nigeria is not already divided? Oga, wake up, collect your money. Nigeria is already divided. People are just waiting for the official pronouncement. That is just it. Nigeria is already divided across people that see things from an objective point of view and people that see things from a fanatic religious point of view. That is just it. And you know why it's not yet fully blown? It's not yet fully blown. One, because of the resources in Delta, which is the crude. And secondly, because if you are to impose that other ideology fully on every other person, it will be challenged. It will be kicked against. And that is why you now have a situation where they are lying low. They are waiting for the right time to come for it to fully manifest. And that is just the fact. Who told you that? And when you talk about religious intolerance, where were you when these fanatic cleric scholars were indoctrinating children? They are creating a problem that will live after them. If not, where did people like these young children get this ideology from? I want you to watch this before we continue. So please tell me, where did these children, small children, get these ideologies from? For those that doesn't understand Hausa, these children, one of them is even threatening this guy because he doesn't pray in the mosque. That they are saying he's an arne, and apart from an arne, he's threatening to break his neck. They are forcing him to go and pray. And you know, a lot of these campaigns, clandestine campaigns, have given birth to a situation where leaders are not elected on the basis of merit. They are elected on the basis of religious fanaticism and sentiments. And that is what gives birth to the likes of them Dracula. Well, the fact is, I don't want you to think that Dracula is actually the problem. Dracula is not bad in its entirety. Dracula have realized that he needs to become a vampire for him to command that power and for him to be able to protect his people. And that is why he has become that. So Dracula is not the problem. But the proceeds, the activities that gave birth to him is the problem. And I want to say this to the Igbos, please. See, Dracula fully knows well what he's doing. I am telling you. And you people and Dracula have a similar ideology. Very similar ideology. You are progressive in nature. Anybody that attempts to divide you from Dracula on the basis of the fact that people are, not be today, people begin to suffer. And Dracula is not the cause. Dracula fully knows what he's doing. But when it fully manifests, you will get to see, even when I'm alive or not alive, I am telling you, you will see what Dracula is all up to. That is what I need to tell you. So calm down. We not Otilo. Now only God will save us. And the fact is, We believe that with these little things, possibly it will change the minds of those sitting on the fence. But those that are not sitting on the fence, those that have been finally conclusive in their ideology or whatever, nothing can be done to change that. So please, unite. Dracula is your man. Dracula knows what he's doing. But the fact is, you need to become a vampire before you can be able to command power. Dracula fully understood that. So that is why I don't waste my time talking much about the government is supposed to do this. See, the fact is, the system have been infiltrated already with a high number of these people that thinks according to fanatic religious belief and tribal sentiments. That is just it. Let's tell ourselves, how long can we keep lying to ourselves? So the fact is, please, in as much as we are trying to redeem what needs to be redeemed, know who is for you and know who is against you fully, and go with him. That is all I'm trying to say. The fact is, another thing I want to say is, I see this kangaroo movement of alliance or whatever, trying to form alliance, SDP or whatever, with a lot of vampires as well, trying to finish what they have started. I laugh and I joke. But the fact is, for power to return to these vampires, if my man, Showore and Peter Obi cannot get it, I bet you Dracula should remain. For 20 years, Dracula should remain. And by the time you know the master game, the master plan of what Dracula is all about, you will celebrate Dracula. I am telling you. That is just it. Let them form alliance.
A lot of you will sit there and be like, what is Dracula? Right? And what does it mean that Dracula must become a vampire? What did he mean when he said that for the North, Otilo, you, the Igbos, your progressive nature or Republican nature means that you are Draculas, but you must become vampires if you want to be free. Now you can put together all of these, sort of a wordplay, right? And then it will tell you something. Vampire drinks blood, right? And if you know that Dracula has just the mouth, right? The body to squeeze you, that bigger snake, right? So Dracula would have to drink blood as well, which means it would have to become bloody. It would have to become a revolution. It would have to be something that majority of you are currently maybe not prepared for, or maybe not made for. Anyway, so as it stands, right, a lot of people are very much aware. And he says something, by the way, he says something about why Nigeria is still one. It is simply because there is still oil to share, kind of, right? So the moment the Delta oil dries and access to others refused or kind of like rejected, then you realize how easy it is to break up in Nigeria, right? Whether we are here then or not. Time shall tell. In that same breath, the Arewa youth, right, have given a VeryDarkMan 48 hours to apologize to the emir, to the Sultan of Sokoto. So what will happen if he doesn't?
My name is Ambassador Abdul Dambature, the president of Northern Nigerian Youth. I want to quickly call the attention of VeryDarkMan based on the comment he did against our father, our royal leader, the Sultan of Sokoto. We want VeryDarkMan should quickly withdraw his statement and apologize to the Sultan of Sokoto. And we, the Northern Nigerian, we are giving VeryDarkMan 48 hours for him to do that. Thank you very much.
Oh, okay. He didn't put or. Okay, I put or. Yeah, I mean, that video or that video, yeah, that it shouldn't end at thank you. It should be or, because majority of you would ask the same thing as you're watching that. You're like, okay, and or. So wait till go up, go like northern youth. I mean, what are you gonna do to him? We shall see, right? Because to those that they are going to demand apologies from, like every day, we have people who have something to say, right? When it comes to this illegitimate call-loose regime, a pretentious or a pseudo democracy that you're practicing in that contraption, where you have the first daughter, then you have the first son. And the first son, Sheyi Tifnumbu, that lost his school, who claimed publicly at the time that everybody just was coming for their family. Everybody keep coming. They keep coming for me. They keep coming for my father. My father is the best. Remember that meltdown? That kindergarten kind of like a debate or meltdown, Here is the chief priest, right? From Yoruba land, okay, just so we are clear, right? He has a message for Sheyi, for his father, and also like Idris. This is not about you per se, right? It's about your father who grabbed power, snatched it, right? Ran with it, only for him to run everybody into the drain right now. But he's the best daddy to Sheyi. But is he actually a good president to the Ibn powers? Here is the message though.
I was watching a video yesterday and I reposted a video on my channel where Sheyi Tinubu was sending a video message of threat to a lady who said she was ashamed that Sheyi Tinubu said that his father is the best governor, best president in Nigeria. Asking him, aren't you ashamed to say that? Sheyi Tinubu, we did not, let me make it very clear, we never voted for you. It is the court of the land that said we voted for your father. Ilé ẹjọ́ ló sọ pé a dìbò fún bàbá ẹ̀. Àwa ò dìbò fún ẹ. Ilé ẹjọ́ ò dẹ̀ sọ pé wọ́n la dìbò fún. For you to be using your position as the son of the president, threatening Nigerians for complaining that you claiming that your father is the best president ever in Nigeria is wrong. And you are now saying I will arrest you. Sheyi Tinubu, you are doing what no president's son has ever done in Nigeria. We've had great presidential children. But Babangida, as bad as he was, láyé ìgbà yẹn, àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ ò lord on us. Abacha, may so rest in peace. Oh, you understand? If it is not because of the people around him who made his government to be torturous for Nigerians, Abacha regime would have been the best in Nigeria. But his children never lord over us. We didn't vote for you. You are now using our own money, filling a position we did not put you into, to be threatening us. Well, anyone in Nigeria, send your father's henchmen to come and arrest me and kill me. The only job that I have to do in this world, I have done and I have completed it. And I wait for my death every day. And that job is to raise my children to independence, that they will never be a calamity on themselves or on the society. And thank Olodumare, the God that gave us Ifa Oracle, the only truth among the terrestrials that we have in this world. I have done that. So to be scared, of you and be afraid not to talk, kò ní ṣẹlẹ̀. I repeat myself, a ò dìbò fún ẹ. Ilé ẹjọ́ ló ní bàbá ẹ̀ la dìbò fún, and that ilé ẹjọ́ did not say we voted for you. So for you to be using our money, our own forces, to be threatening us, your time will pass like the rest. And the story of your family treating us like piece of garbage that you throw away will remain. Remember, no story of any leader in this country has ever gone unwritten or unsaid. Every evil they do, even though they will come back in the future and try to rewrite history like Babangida, we will always remember. The children coming behind us will remember. Your own group, the troop that you are forming, because I saw you in a uniform, having a paramilitary organization.